Hello and welcome to Rust Locker. Thank you for joining me for another video. So the last time my van had an MOT, the tester guy had told me that I had some play in the outer track rod ends and that I should get that sorted out sooner rather than later. And obviously I didn't, because it's now a year later and I'm getting my notification saying that the van needs its MOT again and I still haven't replaced them. I have noticed over the past year a little bit of play in the steering, which is obviously down to that, so it's not going to pass another MOT like that, so I definitely need to replace them. So that's what I'm going to be working on this video, and hopefully it'll be useful for you too. Okay, so I've got the van jacked up and it's on axle stands and taken the wheel off, so then it's quite easy now to get to the bit that we need to replace, which is this thing right here, the outer track rod end. So what you've got here is you've got a locking nut, the actual tracking rod end, which has got a bushing and a pin down through here and a bolt at the bottom there. So before I did anything, I'd give it all a good spray of WD and let that soak in for quite a while. So checking this side, trying to move it a little bit, and there isn't actually really any play there on this side, but let's take a look at the other side. And if I wiggle it like that, you can see there's a fair bit of play. So yeah, we're going to be replacing both sides anyway, because they're cheap enough, and if one's gone then it might not only be a matter of time before this one goes as well. So I'm going to replace them both. So the first thing you need to do before you undo this bolt underneath there is actually turn the locking nut. It's going to be stiff as hell and it is a 19mm, and you need a spanner on it like that, and we're going to try and turn it down the thread that way. So we want to tighten it actually, because we're tightening it onto this thread away from the end. So as you can see, it's moving a little bit how it's supposed to sort of, you know, flex. So that's why I keep it bolted in here first. Actually quite lucky on this one, I think. No. Okay, as I turn that bolt, this actual whole tie rod here is rotating as well inside the steering rack. You can see it moving. What's happening is this rod inside the steering rack actually freely rotates, so trying to undo this bolt and probably trying to undo the actual track rod end is just going to cause this to spin. Luckily they've put a sort of chamfered edge on there for a spanner to go on. It's 12mm, but most 12mm spanners are quite small and dainty, so I've actually had to use an adjustable spanner, and what I've done is I've locked that off on the bottom of the wheel arch like that. So no, that's not going to work, because we need to go lock it off this side like that, so when I turn it the spanner is going to stop on that wishbone there. Like that. Okay, so I've managed to get it just a couple of, well, 1.5 turns maybe off of the end, so that you don't need to undo it all the way up. You just need to make sure it's not seized onto the actual track rod end. So I've just undone it like one thread, maybe 2 threads tops, but that's enough. So now we'll get to work on this bolt underneath here. And that is a 17mm at the bottom here. Now as you undo it, you might notice that this middle, like the bolt part, spins inside. At the moment I'm being quite lucky and it's not spinning, seems to be undoing the bolt. If it did start spinning the middle bolt part, then you have to kind of like lever this down with a pry bar to try and stop it from spinning. Okay, now that's undone, we can pop this out of here with a hammer. Okay, it hasn't come out with a little tap from the hammer, so I'm actually just jacking up the hub a little bit to take some of the downward pressure off of it. Okay, so now that that's out, we need to undo the end from the rod, but as you can see the rod will just twist around. So again we need to clamp this with a spanner again so that we can get a purchase on this. Okay, so something like that. I've got my spanner on the steering rod there, and that's going to lock off on the wheel arch here as I twist this spanner around, which is on the square piece of the track rod end. Come on. Oh yeah, it's coming now. Okay, so that's that done. So here's the new track rod end, Moog. So let's take the bolt off and take this plastic protector thing off. So there we got the brand new one. Slightly slimmer than the old one, but everything else looks to be the same. So there is still, that's quite easy to move, and you can, I might have done that trying to get it off to be fair, but compare that to this, it's almost impossible to move this one. Whereas that one's like a joystick. Right, so I've cleaned up the threads with a wire brush as best as I can, and some WD-40, and now I just got to thread this back on, and because I only undid this bolt like one thread, I know that if I screw this back up to about one thread away, then we're roughly somewhere there in the right spot. Although as these track rod ends are a little bit shorter, that's definitely going to affect wheel alignment, so I'm going to have to go and get this done at the wheel alignment place. Oh, look how easy that goes on. Okay, that's right up against the nut, so I'm going to back it off about roughly that much. Again, it doesn't really matter because it's a different length to the other rod, but you know, whatever. Okay, and then I'm going to push it back through the hole and all the way down Okay, so now what's happening is when I'm turning this bolt, the actual like pin through into the bush is spinning as well, so the bolt's not actually doing up. I don't know if you can really see it on the camera there. As I turn this, the middle bit's moving as well. So what I'm going to have to do is take it off the jack so there's a bit of downward pressure on it, make sure it's all the way through. And I think it is still spinning. Yeah, the middle's still spinning, so I'm going to have to lever this down. I'm going to kind of stick this bar in underneath the axle and just put pressure down onto this. Okay, I actually found the sweet spot was jacking it back up on this bit here and then levering between the anti-roll bar with underneath the drop link, levering under there and pushing down onto this would just about hold it to start doing the nut up. My advice is just you've got to kind of experiment, because you just need to kind of get it so that that pin is deep and down enough to hold whilst you do the nut up. So you have to experiment with jacking different bits up, then lowering it down, then levering it. Eventually you kind of get a sweet spot where it's holding and you can do the nut up. Absolutely no play there whatsoever. Okay, so now I'm just going to nip up that retaining bolt thing. Yep. And that's it, job done. Right, so now that's all that's left to do is to get the wheels back on and then take this for a wheel alignment. Here on the other side I've given it a good old clean, and you can actually see the white behind the mud now. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. And we've got the new track rod end in. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you haven't already subscribed, you will subscribe for more. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and hopefully I will catch you on the next one.